Okay, Monday, 17th of November, 2025. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Be a stranger with strange powers, sexual polarity, and blindingly obvious high value. So, a few months ago now, I did an interesting video about epistemic contrast with regards to how two different realities can exist at the same time, and yet both of them are operating on complete different levels. Meaning, what's standard for one person could be completely impossible for somebody else. So, as a man, when it comes to dating and relations and the sexual marketplace, so to speak, by embracing and playing on that uniqueness, what's possible for you, what is maintainable, what is standard, by playing on that, leveraging it, utilizing it to your advantage, embracing the masculinity or the stereotypes or the archetypes, things like that, essentially you being yourself or you being the best version of you, combined with the stereotypes that people would impose on you as per, let's say, nationality, for example, you can become a stranger with strange powers in a very poetic way, in a sense of this mysterious force of nature, this mysterious force of a man, this powerful excuse of a man. How is he doing all these things? How is he able to be going around in a three-piece suit? How is he able to afford these nice things quite easily like that? How is it that he's able to live this kind of lifestyle without batting an eyelid? How is that possible? He has strange powers. Strange powers in a sense of you're competent, you're wise, you know what you can do, you know your limits, you have the ability to make money from thin air, so to speak, or hard worker and business and online things like that, online business and whatever else, things like that. Those kind of strange powers. Strange on the to an outside observer, but to you it's logical, standard, procedural, mechanical, you name it, it's obvious, it's just this. I just do that and it happens. Things happen. And through that kind of masculine magnetism, it's that polarity of the sexes. The masculine man is in his masculine frame, in the masculine sense, beard, broad shoulders, etc., things like that. That, as default, epistemic contrast, helps to attract very feminine women in their feminine. This is the high echelons of society where they both want the extremes because inherently they're high quality. Meaning, and this is why you see in other poorer countries, the women there tend to be quite feminine because for them to attract worthwhile men, they have to be in that kind of like sexual prime, so to speak. But that's a bit more of a nuanced thing. So we combine all that, the sexual polarity, with the strange powers, epistemic contrast, with blindingly obvious high value. So demonstrating your competence in any regard, in terms of wittiness, in terms of wealth, in terms of ability, in terms of talent, in terms of social calibration, temporal calibration at a more nuanced level, it demonstrates your ability and it becomes blindingly obvious that he is high value without him needing to articulate it and say it. So in the same way, blindingly obvious is blindingly obvious I can speak English. Therefore, I don't need to remind you or articulate or tell you I can speak English. I just do it, and you just know from experience that that's possible. So, the women, as the man is doing stuff in life, adventures and sharing about it and talking about it, stories, he's having a meaningful life, doing things, and going into the world and achieving and having and being things. That puts a spring in the man's step. It creates character. And it becomes blindingly obvious that he is a man of action, a man of competence, and can make things happen. And it's so that your competition, so to speak, that other men are down here and you're up here. Because of your abilities, talents, epistemic contrast, your competency, what you have, your wittiness, social calibration, etc., everything compounds, everything builds, and everything contributes to that rising high value. Then it's a question of if that high valueness is recognized and respected in the society and the anthropology of the place, and or at a deeper level, you as a man are able to see these things are a foot in the door, clothes, car, you name it, all these things. But then the other side of the coin is your ability to speak and communicate and hold conversation and escalate and build rapport, you name it, all the nuances of communication and dialogue. All these things add up together, and it becomes blindingly obvious that this man, you, are the catch. That's the interesting meta pattern at play. Really, the men are the catch, because biologically they can go a long time, or their entire lives, arguably, without ever facing infertility or equivalent to the menopause. Yeah, there's some technicalities, but biological clock. Women face that, men don't. Very interesting. But it's that. All these things together. Be a stranger with strange powers. Embrace the masculine and combine it. Leverage it with the exoticness, the uniqueness of you to create a reality, a lifestyle that is epistemic contrast, that is above and beyond what the women are able to achieve by themselves or create or manifest in their own lives. That. Remember, hypergamy. Women date up, not sideways. No way down, up. And the higher you are above her, let's say, socially or financially or connection wise or anything like that, potential, the more attraction is naturally going to be. And interestingly, the wider the margin of error will be for you to make a mistake with her. Meaning you can fumble, you'll be given more chances because she'll recognize the high value. Meaning she'll realize what's at stake if she lets him go. And this is the alpha widow phenomena as well. Very interesting. I did a video about that as well. Yeah, it's fascinating. That's fascinating. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.